It was a quiet morning when Adam woke up with a heavy feeling in his chest. The sun came in softly through the window, but his heart felt tight and restless. Even after so many years, something from the past still hurt him deeply. He tried to move on with his life, but the pain followed him like a shadow. That morning felt different, as if life was slowly pushing him toward a moment he could no longer avoid. Adam was a simple man working in a small office in the city. People saw him as calm, kind, and reliable. He smiled, did his work, and never complained. But inside his heart, he carried an old anger that never truly faded. It was not loud or obvious, but it lived quietly within him, affecting his thoughts and stealing his peace little by little. That anger was connected to his childhood friend, Daniel. They had grown up together, shared dreams, and trusted each other completely. They believed their friendship would last forever, but one painful misunderstanding changed everything. Words were spoken in anger, trust was broken, and silence slowly replaced years of friendship. Years ago, Adam had trusted Daniel with an important work responsibility during a critical time in his life. Daniel failed to support him when it mattered the most. Because of that failure, Adam lost his job and his confidence. Although Daniel later tried to explain and apologize, Adam felt too hurt to listen. The pain turned into bitterness, and bitterness slowly closed his heart. From that day on, Adam avoided Daniel completely. He replayed the past in his mind again and again, each time feeling the same anger. He believed holding on to that anger would protect him from being hurt again, but instead it made him tired, lonely, and emotionally distant from others. The anger became a burden he carried every day. One morning, Adam was asked to attend a meeting in another part of the city. When he entered the room, his heart suddenly froze. Sitting there, across the table, was Daniel. He looked older, quieter, and worn by time. Adam felt his chest tighten as memories rushed back, bringing pain he thought he had buried long ago. Adam wanted to leave the room immediately. His hands felt cold and his thoughts became heavy. He avoided eye contact and tried to focus on the meeting, but his mind was far away. He questioned why the past still had so much power over him, and why seeing Daniel hurt just as much as it did years ago. After the meeting ended, Daniel slowly walked toward Adam. His voice was soft, unsure, and filled with hesitation. He apologized again, speaking honestly about his regrets and guilt. He shared how losing Adam's friendship had stayed with him all these years, causing sleepless nights and deep sadness. This time, Adam truly listened. He noticed the pain in Daniel's eyes and the sincerity in his voice. For the first time, he realized that Daniel had also suffered. The anger in Adam's heart suddenly felt heavy and unnecessary, as if it no longer belonged there. Adam remembered their shared laughter, their dreams, and the bond they once had. He asked himself if holding on to anger had improved his life in any way. The answer was clear. It had only kept him stuck in the past and away from peace. Forgiveness did not come easily. Adam felt afraid to let go because pain had become familiar. But he slowly understood that forgiveness was not about forgetting the past or saying it did not matter. It was about freeing himself from the weight he had carried for so long. With a calm but emotional voice, Adam finally spoke. He admitted how deeply he had been hurt, but also how tired he was of carrying anger. He said he wanted peace more than revenge. As he spoke, Daniel's eyes filled with tears, and silence filled the space between them. In that quiet moment, Adam forgave him. There were no dramatic words, no sudden happiness, just honesty and relief. It felt like a heavy weight had been lifted from his chest. He breathed deeply, feeling lighter than he had in years. They did not promise to return to the past or rebuild everything immediately. They simply shared understanding and respect. Adam realized that forgiveness does not always fix relationships, but it always heals something inside the heart. As Adam walked out of the building, the world felt brighter, the sky seemed wider, and his steps felt lighter. Nothing around him had changed, but inside, something had completely transformed. That evening, Adam reflected on the day and understood a powerful truth. Forgiveness does not erase the past, but it stops the past from controlling the present. From that day on, Adam chose peace over anger and learned that forgiveness is the greatest gift one can give to oneself. In the days that followed, Adam noticed small changes in his daily life. He slept better at night without his mind returning to the same painful memories. His mornings felt calmer, and his thoughts were no longer filled with silent arguments from the past. It surprised him how much space anger had occupied in his heart without him realizing it. At work, Adam found himself more patient with others. Small mistakes no longer irritated him the way they once did. He listened more carefully and spoke more gently. His coworkers sensed the change, though they did not know the reason. Adam felt lighter, as if a door had opened inside him and fresh air had finally entered. One evening, Adam sat alone at a small cafe, watching people pass by. He saw strangers laughing, arguing, forgiving, and moving on. He realized that everyone carried their own pain, often hidden behind quiet faces. This thought softened his heart even more. He understood that people make mistakes not always because they are cruel, but because they are human. Adam also reflected on his younger self. He saw how fear had shaped his reactions and how pride had kept him from healing. Holding on to anger had once made him feel strong, but now he understood that real strength came from choosing peace. Forgiveness did not make him weak, it made him free. A few weeks later, Adam received a short message from Daniel. It was not emotional or heavy, it simply wished him well. Adam smiled softly when he read it. He did not feel pain or anger anymore. Instead, he felt calm acceptance. He replied politely, without fear or hesitation. Adam knew that forgiveness did not mean forgetting the lesson. He remained careful and wise in his relationships, but now his heart was open instead of guarded by bitterness. He learned to set boundaries without hate and to walk away without carrying resentment. Over time, Adam began to share his experience with others in quiet ways. He listened when friends spoke about their own struggles. He did not give advice easily, but when he did, it came from understanding rather than judgment. People felt safe talking to him. Adam's life did not become perfect. Challenges still came and pain still appeared, but now he faced them with a peaceful heart. He had learned that forgiveness does not change the past, but it changes how the past lives inside you. And so, the day Adam learned to forgive became more than just a memory. It became a turning point, a lesson that stayed with him forever, reminding him that letting go is sometimes the bravest thing a person can do.